Happy Sunday, guys, and welcome to the venue live. My name is Roger Ramirez, and this is Houston's first online live venue brought to you from R&R Studio. Here we are in the studio with my brand new good friends from Clear Lake Music Lessons.
Yes.
And this is Gio,
Hello,
the
everybody.
band instructor. And so, Gio, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for bringing these extremely talented kids.
They are very talented.
So let's get to it, guys. So tell us your names and what you do in the band.
I'm Mia DeSalos. I'm the bass player, upright and electric.
She rocks.
I'm Adriana. I play the keys.
I'm Summer Hill. I'm the vocalist.
I'm Richard. I play drums.
I'm Max. I also play drums.
And I'm Ethan. I play the guitar and the cello.
Which is this is the first time that we've partnered up with student musicians, and thanks to Gio, we really appreciate y'all being here. I think it's a great here. It's I think it's a great opportunity for y'all and for us.
Yes, for sure.
To have this kind of connection, it gives the students experience, the experience
In a real live studio.
at a real life studio, and the experience of using in-ears, listening, because this isn't just like jamming. You have to really pay attention to what the other people are doing.
Right, and this is to be the first time they've ever played in different rooms together. So
Yes, and it's everybody that comes here, it's always like, wow, that was a great experience, and I hope y'all leave with that same awesome experience. This is what we try to do here. We try to promote local musicians, which you are local musicians. You're young local musicians that are gonna grow up to be
the future.
the future,
the future
of musicians, and it's a pleasure for y'all to be the first ones here. We had another music school, they were teachers, but as students, I think it's a great way to support music, man.
Yeah, well, this is one of our best groups here at Clear Lake Music Lessons, and they've been rehearsing like crazy the past couple weeks for this opportunity to do well.
Well, it's very exciting, man. So tell us a little bit about the school and the programs that you offer. Okay.
Well, we are located in Clear Lake. We have about 400 plus students at the school, and we teach every instrument from drum set, guitar, keys, bass, piano, all horns, all string, banjo, like any instrument, ukulele that you could want to take lessons on, and we have a plethora of teachers to teach those instruments.
And at what ages would you, is there an age limit to where?
Some of the teachers start at 4 to 5 year olds on
Okay.
piano. Drums, I have some 4-year-old students that I teach and that are reading music at
No way.
4. Yeah, it's
awesome.
amazing what kids can do. Trust, it's amazing what kids can do, especially these kids.
I know. I feel like
they're
I've
pretty
slacked
amazing.
off with my son a bit, but it's time to reel him in, man.
Yeah, we'll bring them to us. I'll definitely teach them.
That would be super dope. And I know he's been wanting to. He and I don't necessarily have the time, but I think it would be very educational and very what is that word I'm thinking of? Discipline.
Yes.
It would teach him discipline.
It does.
And so tell us about your students, man. I know they all come from different backgrounds. I'm sure
Yeah.
different schools,
Yeah.
different ages. I'm assuming.
Yes, all different ages.
From being their teacher, what about their individual style?
Okay.
How does that affect the coming together as a band?
Yeah, okay.
Hopefully
we'll start with that. So we'll start with Mia first. So Mia started in our summer camp, and she was playing acoustic guitar and singing. And she was okay. And then in another one of the group classes, we needed someone to play bass, so the bass player could play electric guitar, because we were doing a Stevie Ray Vaughan song, and for the guitar solo, we needed that, right? So we gave her a bass to go home and learn the song, and then she came back and played it. And
Slapping, right?
And me and David Wolf, the other band director
Yeah.
at Clear Lake Music Lessons, looked at each other and were like, okay, bass is your instrument. We're taking your guitar away, and from now on, you're only playing bass. Like that's
super
all
awesome.
you're doing. Like and she's been amazing ever since. And then, like with Richard, I would be teaching drum lessons while Richard was taking his piano lessons, and then Richard decided, hey, drums seems way cooler than piano, so he wanted to play
Well,
drums.
I mean, he's wearing the cool shades. I mean, you wouldn't assume anything less from that.
Right. And then, so that's kind of how those two. And then Max, I've been teaching him for a super long time. And his dad is the guitar player from band Hennessy, right? And then Ethan came over from another school to join the group classes and to get more into music theory and learning about what he's doing. And Summer, right, got talked into joining the group class and hasn't left since because she's awesome, right? And Adriana is Mia's sister, and so yeah, and she's
Who's older? Cool. So how is it like to play in a band with your sister? Hold it close, yeah.
It was hard sometimes.
It's hard at times.
She likes to correct me a lot, even though I think I'm right.
She likes to what?
Especially at home. She likes to correct me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes her style isn't the right style.
But it's okay.
That's cool. Well, but I'm sure it's very gratifying, to know that you're jamming
Yeah.
together,
It's easy to jam at home with
Oh
you.
yeah, it's practices are not
practice.
as boring.
Well, you could call it
I
that.
used to jam out with my family too. We had a family band and everybody would jam out, and it's cool. You'll grow up and learn to appreciate those moments, and it's some great memories. So Gio, tell us a little bit about your background, man. Where you come from?
Well, I grew up around Galveston, Clear Lake area, and then I started taking drum lessons at a young age, and then at 16 went to Berklee College of Music, and then
16?
Yes, 16.
Interesting.
There was another kid there that was 13 when I was there. Right, I thought I was the young one. No, there was this kid there who was a drummer. His whole family, both sides, mom and dad, both were all drummers, so he was amazing. But
Prodigy.
yeah. And then I started touring and then had a few small indie label deals and then came back home and then joined The Hunger on Universal Records and then started touring arenas and all that kind of stuff. And then, decided I had been touring for I don't know how many, 10 plus years. So, and then I, always knew that I wanted to teach because how good of a teacher that I had and how passionate he was, I knew one day I was going to be a teacher, and that was going to be my thing. And then so once I finally got done touring, then I was like, okay, I'm going to focus on making sure that the next generation of musicians don't suck as much as the current ones.
Right? Just yes.
That's my goal.
That's a very good point, man. There's a lot of distractions nowadays that they may seem more pleasing to the mind. I mean, video games and social media, which if you're on social media, please subscribe. And it's what I tell my kids, like I had the opportunity to not have that. And so I really focused on playing music and just being outside, for a change, and
yeah.
And this is great. It's nice to see that people are still having interest in music and that you really want to further their education because, like there's a lot of young kids that I know that just are happy with just learning one or two songs, but actually like taking the time to educate yourself and not even, you can educate yourself, but then, bringing it together as a band, that's a whole nother like ball game because not only do you have to like actually learn to listen to other musicians, but you have to learn to find your right place in the music, when to come in, when to be quiet, when to respect other musicians. So it's not just like jamming out. I know people call it jamming out, but there's a lot of discipline in this.
Is. And like Frank Zappa used to say, he's got great quotes. Frank Zappa, he said, "Good musicians listen to themselves. Great musicians listens to everyone else that they're playing with," and that's True.
So what made y'all, this group of fine students, like come together? Like what was it about? I know it's sisters, you know, you kind of had to do it, but whose idea was it? Who was like, I want him, I want her, you know? Tell us a little bit about that.
For me personally, I was taking guitar lessons with David, and then we were practicing a song, and I had to sing it. And then, like, he heard my voice, and he persuaded me to join, and I didn't want to. 'Cause I have horrible stage fright, and, like, yeah, it was really bad.
Well, it certainly doesn't show because you were kicking ass right now in the mic.
Yeah, but they helped me a lot. But the first time we went to a tour, I cried backstage. And
Don't cry right now.
I get very nervous.
Yes. But, yeah.
Oh,
Go ahead,
sorry,
go ahead,
what?
go ahead.
I've been taking lessons under Gio, and he just like asked me if I wanted to join this band that the lessons were like making. So I was like, okay, I'll just join. And it was with Max too. I already knew Max for like a year or two, I guess. I was like, oh yeah, I'll play with Max. 2 drummers, the more the merrier.
Yeah, man.
Gio just wanted me to play because he knew that I was really good. He was like,
He knew you were going to bring up the level to just take it to the next level.
yeah, because I've been playing drums for 9-8 years, and half of it was from Gio. Taught me how to use my wrist well, and he just said, hey, Max, you want to play at this new cool drum place? And I was like, yeah, sure. Then I saw all of them, and I was like, oh, so I'm like the new one, so I have to like really prepare myself.
Cool.
I asked my parents if I could start playing music, and I wanted to do the guitar, and so they got me into playing music.
Well, what about the cello, man? You were throwing it down on the cello.
The cello, I wanted to keep on playing a string instrument.
So you were playing a string instrument before you started playing the guitar.
Yeah,
Well, that's awesome, dude.
and I started playing for my school,
What school did you go to?
Bayside Intermediate.
Cool, man. And you just wanted to rock it.
Yeah,
Got tired of the classical music.
we do
So
classical.
you wanted to do a little headbanging.
No.
Awesome.
So I do want to point out, so like you just said, Ethan plays cello and electric guitar. Max plays drum set and piano. Richard is an amazing pianist and drum
Oh.
set. Amazing singer, and she plays guitar. Mia plays the double bass and electric bass,
Yeah.
and Adriana only plays piano.
Well, I mean, I saw her play that
Adriana,
double
you can dance,
bass,
right?
and you rock at the double bass. Sorry, I think I was looking at the wrong sister. No, I was just saying, like, you rock at the double bass, and she's gonna be playing the double bass, guys. We're really excited to have like a double bass in the studio. We haven't had it before, and the cello as well. It's very exciting. This is a very exciting time for me, guys. Things are just like super dope, you know, having bands every day, and I know I've said it already. Super happy to have all of y'all here. Super happy to take out of your busy Sunday. I looked at the Sunday to make sure I was in there, what day it is, you know. But so if people wanted to get a hold of you to contact you for lessons, how would they do that?
They can go to Facebook, Clear Lake Music Lessons Inc., or to Google Clear Lake Music Lessons and find us that way and just contact us if they want any kind of lessons.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to have to contact you for my kids, man.
Definitely.
All right, guys. So if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. We need your support. We support local artists. I think that there's a red subscribe button that starts with an S. Just click on it. It costs nothing. You are supporting students like young students like these to be heard. We want to make sure that these guys are heard by a lot of people. You know, make sure that we give make sure that we give students the opportunity to have like an experience from early on, so that they can be inspired, and you know and keep succeeding in music. If you're watching on Facebook, please give us a like, share the event, make sure these guys are heard everywhere. so they can have new fans.
Yes, for sure.
New fans. If you're watching on Twitter, retweet the event. I'm not too familiar with Twitter. I'm sure y'all know way more about Twitter than.
You tweet it.
Go tweet it, retweet it, send.
Sent.
Yeah, like forward it. There you go. Yeah.
Cool. And you can do hearts, right? Like super hearts?
I
Is
think
that it?
that's like on Instagram or something. I don't know. I've never
Darn
seen
it.
a Twitter live.
You've never seen a Twitter live? Is that Twitter?
Do they
Twitter?
have Twitter lives?
Yes, we live.
Live, yeah.
Yeah, this is being streamed to
Is
Twitter.
it on Instagram too?
No, Instagram won't let you do that yet. You can only do it with your phone.
Okay.
But this is being streamed live to Twitter.
Oh yeah,
as well.
then heart it. Yeah.
Heart it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Like
Yeah,
super heart it?
yeah.
Yeah.
And send like the little, whatever.
Yes.
The cash, like the little birds.
Send us
Yeah,
cash
that
too.
thing.
All right, guys. So we're very glad to have these students here, and if you don't have any final thoughts, how about we get to it? But before we get to it, I want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Westone Audio. Thank you for providing in-ears for the studio. These guys, except this guy, he wanted to wear his headphones, which is totally cool. Because he has to switch with the other drummer, it was gonna be a mess. But thank you, Westone. They sound very clear, very helpful, and we hope and we will continue to use your product for good. All right, guys. So if you don't have any final thoughts, Gio, then let's get to it, man.
All right, let's do it.
All right, guys. We're gonna take like a minute break while these guys go and get in their spots, and then we will be right back with you. Thank you for watching. Subscribe.